What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Iliana, and if you're already part of this wonderful family, thank you guys so much for continuing to watch and to support. In today's video, we are going to be diving into a bunch of Makeup Revolution products. I was going to do a full face. As I started to pull some stuff together, I realized that I don't have everything to create a full face of Makeup Revolution, so I'm going to just be testing a bunch of their products out, especially this new 5D lash mascara. I'm super excited about this, so I'm going to be testing this along with a bunch of other goodies out. So make sure that we subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell so you guys are notified every single time that I upload. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Let's go. So we are going to be getting ready for some eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and prep. Okay, so I'm going to be taking some of the Infinite Conceal and Define concealers. I'm going to take this one, which is in 4.5. This is a mini one. And then they also have the large ones as well. So I have quite a few shades of these, but I'm going to go ahead and just take 4.5. And what I love about it is that it has a really big applicator. I'm going to go ahead and just spread some out on the eyelids. Now this is just kind of prepping the eyes for some shadow today. I am excited for today's eyeshadow because we are going to be going in with this one. This is the Chilled palette. So this is what the packaging looks like. Now it is more like of a tin packaging, but opening it on up, I'm gonna take the little plastic film off of this, but look at how pretty this is. This is so beautiful, and it has a really large mirror as well inside the palette. Okay, so this is what the palette actually looks like. Now you can actually see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there are little plants inside some of these shadows. So I am excited to be diving into this. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to go ahead and create a nice base and set the concealer in. So I'm going to be taking this shade, which is Relax. It's more of a like nude, neutral kind of matte shade. Place that all over the lid. Okay, I'm going to dive into this shade right here. This is called Cool, and I'm going to start blending that right into the crease. This is more of a brown, but it has a little bit of purple tint in it as well. So I'm going to start blending that right into the crease. It's blending very nicely. I love that it comes with this big mirror. So I'm going to go in with this shade now. This is the shade Burn. It's a little bit deeper. I'm gonna really just deepen out the outer corner a little bit more. Ooh. Okay, so this is very pigmented. I like that. So you can definitely start off with a little bit and build it up. You don't really have to go in too harsh. Okay, so I am going to be dipping into this shade right here. This is more of a mint green, and it's called Candyland. Now this is more of a like shimmer shade. Oh, that is really pretty. So I'm gonna first place it without spraying it, just to kind of see what the pigmentation is and how it performs, and then we'll go ahead and see if we need to even spray the brush. So without any spray, it is picking up very nicely, so let's see. A really pretty shade. We might have to spray the brush because it is coming off a little bit light, but most shimmers perform that way, and just a little bit of spray really just gives it that kick it needs. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Going back in with the brush that I was previously using, whatever is left, I'm kind of just blending this all together up here. And then I'm also going to dive into that same Burn shade that's down here that I was using. And I'm going to go ahead and deepen that outer corner a little bit more. So it has like more of a seamless transition. It's not too harsh. Okay, so I'm also going to be taking a little bit of this Mist shade. Now this is another shimmer shade, but it's a little bit deeper than this Candyland shade that we went in with. And I'm just kind of going to place a little bit right in the transition between those two shades, just so it can kind of blend a little bit better. Very small amount there. And we'll start blending it all together. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish the other eye really quick, and then we're going to come back and test out their new 5D lash mascara, which I'm super excited about, so I will be right back. I am back. I finished the other eye, and the last thing I'm going to do with the palettes is I'm going to actually be going in with this shade. This is the shade Calm. Now this is also a shimmer shade, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a small little blending brush. This one is from e.l.f. It's super, super tiny. I'm going to pick that shade up and put it right underneath the brow bone. Alright, so that is the finished eye look. Before going into mascara, my quick rundown of the palette is that it was very, very nice, super pigmented. I love the pigmentation on these, and I mean, it's just a great palette. It's a great size. The colors are beautiful. One thing that I do want to later on try is these like pressed glitter shades. They seem really, really pretty, so let's try. Oh, wow. Okay, so these are those 3 pressed glitter shades, which I do want to later on try, but for now we are going to just keep the eye look like this because it's looking really, really pretty. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the mascara. Okay, so now this is their new 5D lash, and this says that it is 5 times the length, 5 times the lift, 5 times the defined, 5 times the stretch, and 5 times the volume. This is the Extreme Extension Mascara with Hyaluronic and Hydration Boost. So they did send this to me in the shade Super Black, and it says that it's supposed to do an instant lash and lash lift and define. So this is what the actual mascara looks like. Now let's take a look at the actual brush. Ooh, okay. This is what the actual brush and the bristles look like. It's pretty standard tubing for this. It's nice, sleek, and long, which I love. I'm going to go ahead and start by curling my lashes really quick. Now on the packaging, it does say Lift and Define 5D Lash Extreme Dimension Mascara. So I'm gonna start by doing 1 coat. Ooh. I like the way that it's combing through the lashes. Do you guys see that? I really like the way it's combing through them. That's a very, very light first coat, but the bristles are doing a very nice job of separating them and not clumping them together like other mascaras that I've tried in the past. Not necessarily from Makeup Revolution, but just in general. So at first it did a lot of like volumizing, and now it's really just lengthening the more that I place the mascara on. Okay, so I went ahead and threw on my lashes, finished the other eye. The eyes are completely done. We are going to be moving on into the face. Okay, so Makeup Revolution did send me recently 2 new sprays. Now this one is the Hyaluronic Fix, and this one is a clarifying essence spray with chamomile extract. So I think this is more of something that's going to be very calming on the skin, and this is a hydrating and plumping makeup fixing spray. So I'm going to go ahead and try this out because of course my skin has been super dry, especially with the weather lately. We're going to start by prepping the face with a little bit of moisture. Ooh, I like the way that that feels on the skin. It doesn't really have much of a fragrance, so it just kind of smells like water, but it feels very refreshing on the skin. So we're gonna kind of let that sink in a little bit and move on to the next thing. Now they did send me 2 new primers that I've actually never tried from them. This one is the Fix and Glow, and this is the Ultra Glow Primer. So this is what the packaging looks like. It says apply evenly after moisturizer using fingers to create a luminous glow. So this is what the packaging looks like. You can definitely tell that it has like a very like pearl illuminating look to it. They also sent me this one, which is a pore perfecting primer. It says it's a velvet primer balm with the applicator also included. So this kind of reminds me of the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and you guys know that is one of my favorites. I love using that primer. So okay, very similar packaging to it, so I definitely am intrigued by this. I think this is something that I would definitely love. So it does come with a little spatula. It's a little applicator that you can go ahead and just scoop on out, but this is what the balm looks like. Very similar to the e.l.f. Putty Primer. You guys know that's one of my favorite primers, so I'm very excited to actually be trying this one out. So I'm going to start off by using the Fix and Glow, and it does come with a little pump. Okay, so this is what the primer looks like. It looks like it's going to create a luminous glow to the skin. It is a little watery, so it does give a very luminous feel to the skin. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel like it's heavy on the skin. It does have a little bit of a like strong scent to it. I wasn't a big fan of the scent, but it looks very, very nice on the skin. It gives a nice luminous glow. You guys know I love that. When you first apply it, it does have a very strange, like very strong scent to it, but it fades off rather quickly, so can't complain about that. I'm gonna go in also with the Pore Perfecting Primer. It has a very reflective top here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit with my spatula. Doesn't have like much of a scent to it, so I'm gonna apply a little bit right here where I have the most pores. This is where I have like the largest pores on my face, and a little bit on my nose area, and right here on my chin. I like to fill that area in. So is this a lot of primer? I don't know. I've never tried this one before, so I'm gonna start working this in. Ooh, it is very soft. So the only difference that I can tell right off the bat, this is a lot softer and creamier than the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. However, this one has a little bit of a white cast. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has a little bit more of a white cast, is where the other one kind of fades into your skin tone. It might have just been a lot of primer to begin with. It feels really smoothing, like my face feels very soft. I was not intending on putting this all over my face, but I put a little too much primer on. Looking closely into my mirror though, it does seem like it did a very nice job of filling in the pores. My pores seem very, very small and minimal now, so it has like goods and bads to it. It does have a little bit of a white cast. I don't know if you guys can tell with the camera. We are going to be going in with the Revolution Conceal and Glow. This is the illuminating foundation, and it claims to have medium to full coverage. It does, I did pick it up in the shade F6. I did do a review on this. I will leave it linked in the description box below so you guys can check that out, and also in the cards. I did do a full review on this, and you guys can see for yourself what that looks like. I'm gonna just start placing that all over the face. I'm gonna grab my Total Face Sponge, which I love, and start blending this into the skin. All right, we are sticking to that luminous, glowy look today, you guys, but this shade might be a little, it's like a shade too light for me. It's a little bit too pink. The undertone is a little off for me. It's a little cool, it's a little too pink, but we can make it work. It looks very luminous and glowy and dewy, so if you have dry skin, this is going to be one of your best friends. I love the foundation. Now for concealer, I'm going to be taking a little bit of this 4.5 shade that I was using to kind of prep my lids, and this is the Conceal and Define Infinite Long Wear concealer. It does claim that it is crease proof, so this is what the packaging looks like on these. The Conceal and Define has pretty similar package throughout. Oh, okay. Add a little bit like all over the face because this has a little bit of a warmer tint to it. Maybe it'll even out the fact that this is too cool for my skin tone. I also did a review on this concealer. I purchased it when it first launched, and I will, as always, leave that in the description box below as well. I do enjoy the concealer. It's very, very nice. It's lightweight. It does do a very good job of not creasing throughout the day, so I really like it for that reason. Okay, I am going to go in with C2 as well and just really kind of focus this where I have the darkest parts of the eyes. I was really using that C 4.5 to kind of even out the foundation because the foundation is beautiful, but like I said, the shade was a little off for me, but we can still make it work. This has really nice coverage, you guys. It does. This really does have a beautiful effect on the skin. It goes hand in hand with any of their Conceal and Define foundations, and it blends very, very well with the foundation. So I really, really like that. So to take it up a notch on brightening under the eye, you guys know I love my bright eyes because I do have mom bags, I have mom circles under my eyes. So this is the Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. This is just gonna really help brighten up that under eye area and just basically set everything in place. This is one of my OGs. This is one of the first products that I started using when I first started doing makeup. And what I really love is I used to actually blend this with the, what was that powder? But I used to blend it with this and it was amazing. So it really does a nice job of setting everything in place, brightening up the under eye area. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of my Hailey's Beauty and just kind of press that all over the rest of the skin and just set everything else in place. I'm not going to take a yellow powder and place it all over the face, obviously. The base is looking really, really good. I love the way this is looking. My under eye area looks amazing. It looks flawless and beautiful and brightened. So I'm going to go ahead and finish some of my makeup off camera. Then we're going to come back and do some lip products. We will finish off this video when I am done. All right, so I went ahead and I finished the rest of my makeup. I applied a little bit of lip liner and lipstick. I will leave everything that I'm using down in the description box below, but I'm going to go ahead and top it off with this I Heart Chocolate from I Heart Revolution. Now this is a lip gloss and it is in the shade Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough. So my friend actually introduced me to this gloss. I absolutely love this gloss. It's so beautiful. There we go. So that is what the final look looks like. The only thing I have to do left is just kind of set and spray everything down. I was going to go in with the Conceal and Define Infinite Setting Spray. Now this is a 16-hour wear setting spray, but I'm going to go ahead and try the other spray that they sent me. This was the Clarifying Essence Spray. This does have chamomile extract, so this is what the packaging looks like of this spray. Now I'm curious to see what it smells like because it does have chamomile. Ooh, that smells very, very nice. Ooh, that smells so good and it feels so nice on the skin. The spritz of their sprays, now these two sprays have amazing spritz. Like, that sprayer is, I wish every spray had that. Alright you guys, so this is what the final look looks like with a majority of the products being from Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution. A lot of these products I really, really like. One thing that I did forget to mention is before actually applying all of the makeup and everything, before I moisturized, I did use the 2% Hyaluronic Acid. This is from their skincare brand. It's also Makeup Revolution, and it does say that it is a plumping and hydrating solution. It is vegan, cruelty-free, fragrance-free. I've been using this. I'm like almost out of it. There's hardly, I don't know if you guys can actually see. It's literally like the line right here is all the way down here. That's how long I have been using this for. I really, really like the way that this feels on the skin. It's a regular serum, you know, squeeze 2 bottle. You put it on your skin and it feels amazing. My skin feels nice and hydrated when I use it. So I have been using this day and night. I incorporate it into my skincare routine. I really, really like it. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to gather a little bit more products so I can do an actual full face of Makeup Revolution very, very soon. But in the meantime, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure that you subscribe before leaving today. Leave me a comment down below and a thumbs up so that I know that you guys are watching and you want to continue seeing videos like this. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you guys in my next one. Ciao!